Going on, everybody? Dave from Blissfabrication here, back with you in the workshop. Today we've got a little bit something a little different we're going to be doing today. The last video I posted, we went over our seat riser kit. We were talking about 3D printing, stuff like that. Well, today we're getting a little bit back to my roots, which is welding and fabrication, which I've been doing for about the last 10 years. And we're going to be working on this trailer I got behind me. So stick around. It's a little bit cold today, but hey, we're going to make do with what we got. All right. So I'll show you what we got in just a few minutes here. All right. So welcome back, everybody. This is what we're going to be working on today. This is Mr. Virg Shook. This is his personal trailer that he uses to haul his Dorado around. And what he's got going on here is, right, he's got these bunks. That's what he slides the kayak up onto. And he's got these crossbars here. Well, this past summer he put a Motor Guide XI3 on the front of his Dorado. And basically what's going on is it's sitting a little bit too high. And the motor's actually hitting these crossbars here. So what we're going to do is first thing is we're going to pop these rod holders off. And then I've got right here a piece of tube. And we're going to chop this into 4 pieces. And what we're going to do is we're going to break this guy at these connections right here. And we're basically going to raise this whole thing up about another foot. So that way, he's able to slide his kayak right on here and he's not going to have to worry about hitting anything. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so we ran into a little snag there, but as we were taking these off, I'll show you what we got. So right here, see right here, he's got a riv nut into the tubing here for the rod holder that's now on the floor. But right here, on the inside of this tube, this piece right here kind of necks down and goes up into here. And so they had it riv nutted through both of those. So I wouldn't have been able to take this piece completely off. So I had to drill this one out. Fortunately, this one, the riv nut wasn't in there too good. So it kind of just came out on its own. But now we should be able to take both of these bars off and start working on putting our 1-foot extension pieces in. So let's check it out. All right, let's get these bars off. When in doubt, get a bigger hammer. Let's get in here. There's one. Oof. Get number 2 with no hammer. All right, we need the hammer. All right, number 2. Alright, so now that we got those bars off, we're going to start moving towards the next step, which is going to be cutting our pieces and prepping everything to get welded. So fortunately for me, if you look right here, so this is where those pieces sat all the way down to here, and this piece is a little bit smaller in diameter than the other tubing. So what that's going to do is it's going to slip nicely inside the other piece. So, and there's like 4 inches of this to use. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these, about in half, and I'll leave this bottom piece so that when I slip my extensions on, it's got something to go onto. I got a little more meat here to weld, and then those little bits there, I'll tack them in on the top of the extensions so that when I go and fit the crossbars back on, they'll have something to sit on, a little bit more meat for weld, and it should come out pretty nice. So let's go ahead and get to that. We're going to cut our pieces out now, and we'll be back. All right, guys, so I just finished up with the annoying part, which is all the prep work and cutting and test fitting and all that stuff. But yeah, we're pretty much set up and ready to go to start welding all these pieces in. So at this point, everything should fit, and it's just a matter of putting it up in place, making some little tweaks, tacking it, lining it up, and then we'll go ahead and finish weld everything in, and then after that maybe a little paint, and then she'll be all done. But here's what we got. So as you can see, I've got the 1 foot filler pieces all prepped, both ends here, right? All nice clean metal. This guy's right on there. We got this corner and the last one, and we've got our crossbars. These are those pieces I was telling you about. I cut off the existing trailer and then tacked them onto here. So those are going to help us center these pieces when we get them on. And that's about it. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to start welding. All right, guys, job's done. And what better thing to do when a job is done but celebrate with a beer? So good. So I just wrapped up this job on the trailer for Virg. Had to run out and get some hardware. Thought I had some, because I like to keep all kinds of random stuff because I'm kind of a hoarder when it comes to that. But turns out I didn't have the right size bolts, so it's probably better off because everything matches and everything's nice and new, and Virg is paying me to do this, so we want to give nice stuff to the customers, right? So, but I usually do customer jobs the same way I would do them for myself anyway, so I tend to set the bar kind of high. But anyways, this job is wrapped up. Basically, better part of the day in the shop, driving around, getting materials and everything. But we knocked it out today. Pretty happy with the end result. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what we got. So here she is, all wrapped up. So looks about the same as it did when it first rolled in here, but now everything's just a foot higher. So he's gonna have plenty of room to load his Dorado with the motor guide on there. I didn't measure, but I'd imagine it's probably got to be about 3 feet between these crossbars and the bunks. But overall, slapped a little Rust-Oleum on there. Who's better than that? Gotta love Rust-Oleum. They make a great product. Not sponsored, by the way. Just love them. But anyways, oh yeah, show you. Got freshy fresh hardware in here. And to my surprise, these freaking rod holders are heavy. But I don't know what he's got in there. Maybe he's got some gold bricks. I probably should have tried and picked this lock. Actually, that's a lie. He told me what the code is, but I don't remember what it was. But anyway, job well done. Thanks, Virg, for giving me the opportunity to do some work for you. Cheers, everybody. Well, that being said, if any of you guys are, live in the Hudson Valley, New York area, and you need any trailer modifications done, I might know a guy. But, reach out if you need to. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Before I go, however, I'm going to let you in on a little something that I got in the works. So the last video, I was talking about getting a seat riser kit going for the C-Stream Angler 120. Still working on it. Haven't quite got there yet. But some people were commenting on the video asking if I make a seat riser for the regular Moken, non-PDL. Well, check this out. Virg actually let me borrow this. He had one. And there's my PDL up there. And we're going to start developing a seat riser kit for that. So I actually will be heading out away for work for probably 6 weeks. So it's probably going to be a couple months till you guys see that. But it's in the works. As well as I did, against my will, come up with a 1.5-inch seat riser kit for the Moken PDL. So for those of you who think that maybe the 3 inch is too extreme, there's that option. Although, I'll be honest, I think the 3 inch is the way to go. But on that note, thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.